All right. Hey guys, it's the Keto King here. All right, so we are doing this live stream, hoping we get a few people joining. Just sitting here on a Friday evening, thought I'd do this live stream and chat with you guys. Now, the fun thing about this is I'm doing this on my Samsung S9 phone. I think the video quality will be pretty good on it. The awesome thing is I'm actually using my new lavalier microphone. That's this Boya BY-M1 microphone. I think the audio quality is going to be great, but for those of you who are just joining, I see there's a couple people on already. Let me know already if the audio sounds good, if it's too loud, if it's too soft. I can obviously move this microphone closer to my mouth or further away if it's too loud. Yes, Angie Life, all hail the Keto King, woohoo. Sounds good, thanks Bobby Fox, I appreciate the feedback on the audio. That's great, which is nice because I can use this microphone now for my phone in this live streams, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Let's see what I can do here. All right, I'm just going to lean forward every time I need to read some comments because the phone's a little far away from me. Oh, thank you, Silence Traveler. You look and sound fabulous. Too kind, thank you so much. You love my accent. What do you mean? You guys are the one with the accent. I don't have an accent. I'm just going to quickly grab something here. It is, after all, a Friday night, so drinking my keto-friendly drink. This is a Scotch on the rocks. So I'm enjoying myself. Oh, you guys got a drink? If you do, what are you drinking at the moment? What do you got? I'm going to have a sip of this beauty. So good. Hey, all right. How many kids do you have? Tree, healthy for life. Hey, Tree, nice to see you again. Hear from you again. Hello from Montreal, Canada. Yes, fellow Canadian in there. How many kids do I have? I have one. I have one 2-year-old. And my goodness, for those of you who have kids, I'm sure you know, terrible twos is not a saying that was just made up. Really, he's quite difficult. It's a boy. And yeah, he's challenging. So, you know, I think I'd love to upload more videos. I wanted to say this before. I'd love to do more videos and upload with more frequency. But you know what? With having a full-time job, I've said this before, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. This is not my job. I have a day job. I work, you know, 9 till 6 every day, Monday till Friday. And I have a 2-year-old every time I get home. So I wish I could upload more videos. I just don't have time to shoot them and then edit them and then do all the post editing because that takes a ton of time. I try explaining to you guys, but you wouldn't believe me actually the amount of hours it takes to actually get one video up online, or at least to the quality that I want to do. Angie Life, you have 3 in their 30s. It gets better. Thank you. I don't know. I think a lot of people have been lying to me. They say it gets better as it gets older, but I believe it's just different challenges and different struggles you have as they get older. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it, but it's difficult. It certainly has its challenges. Southwest Florida here. Hello, Kathleen. Okay. Oh, that's from Florida. Kathleen's from Florida. Nice. Hey, Kathleen. That's awesome. Thanks for joining me, guys. What are you up to this? They grow up, they never call. Yes, that's true. You get too much of them and then you don't get enough of them, hey? See, that's it. Horrible Falls. Maya says horrible falls. I have 4 boys and 3 girls. Let me just touch this so I can read the comments again. Yeah, I know. I don't know if it does get better, actually. So, what did you guys have for dinner tonight? Did you have some good, healthy keto dinners? I haven't even eaten anything yet, and it's, if you can see in the clock behind me, it's just after 8 o'clock now. Yep, 8:05 on that one. Haven't eaten anything yet. Oh yeah, getting ready for bed, of course, because you guys on the eastern side, that's, yeah, it's 3 hours, so sheesh, it's already 11 o'clock there, right? Keto taco salad for dinner, nice, awesome. Oh, Kathleen, working in the morning, working on a Saturday. Oh, it's a tough one. Okay, we got 20 people on here, fantastic. Thanks guys for joining. So shoot my questions, shoot any questions you have in the comments down below. Yeah, I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Don't worry about it if you didn't post any questions on the posts that I put up about this Q&A, just pop them right here. and then I can answer your questions. If not, hey, you don't have any questions, let's just shoot the breeze. Let's just chat about anything. This is what this is here for. This is for me to get to know you a bit more, and for you to get to know me a bit more. I'm sure this is a little bit nicer than the previous one where you only saw my chest. So I hope you enjoyed this. What are my thoughts on the carnivore diet? You know what? I only saw that just the other day about a carnivore diet. You know, to be honest, I haven't really read too much up about it. Don't know a ton about it. Obviously, I understand the fundamentals, but you know, I wouldn't be a huge fan of that. I think I think vegetables play a huge part in your diet. I think the vitamins and minerals, all those micronutrients you get from the vegetables play a huge role. I don't think you can discount those, and I don't think you can make those up with just supplementing, right? You know, with multivitamins. I think there's some intrinsic value in vegetables that we don't even know about. So I don't know if I'd be a fan of the carnivore diet personally, but you know what? That doesn't mean it's not something that isn't worthwhile, or it's not something that may work. I don't know. I haven't done a ton of research on it, to be honest. Okay, let's see some of these questions here. All right, for how long should one be in keto diet? That's from To Just Be Ready. For how long should one be in a keto diet? Well, the point on a keto diet is it's a lifestyle. You make that change, and then that's the life that you live. That's why I always say keto lifestyle. I don't say keto diet a whole lot on my channel. You'll notice that, because it needs to be a sustainable change in your life. It needs to be something that you can change and live with and continue to live with for the rest of your life. Otherwise, what's the point? You're just going to go back, and then you're going to put back on the weight that you lost when you were on the keto, or you're going to lose all those wonderful benefits from being on a keto lifestyle. Do I fast? I do intermittent fasting. Not so, you know, I'll eat my dinner depending on what time I eat it. Look, it's late tonight, but sometimes if I eat dinner maybe around 6 o'clock, then I usually don't eat till about, it depends, it varies some mornings, but usually around 11. Sometimes I try to push it to about 12. So I go from about 6 until 12 without having a meal. I believe that falls within the category of intermittent fasting. To be honest, I just wake up. I'm not overly hungry in the morning. I could eat, but I'm not overly hungry. I usually just have a coffee in the morning, and you know, that keeps me going. And then I get to work in the morning, and I'm so busy, I honestly don't have too much time to think about food. And so then once my stomach starts shouting at me around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, that's when I start and have a meal. What do you do for a living other than YouTube, Silent Traveler? Well, I am a lawyer, and I work at a law firm Monday to Friday. So it does take up a lot of my time. It is also fairly not stressful, but definitely something I need to concentrate on. So it's not something I can just take lightly and get in there, do my hours and get out, right? So it's something I've certainly got to pay attention to. So that's also why I don't have a ton of time for the YouTube videos. Really wish I did. Maybe when my boy gets a little bit older and my weekends aren't filled with looking after him and making sure he's happy, I can maybe do a few more videos. So hang in there, guys. Only another how many years? 10 years, and then maybe we'll get some more videos or frequent uploads from me. But I'm trying. I've actually got 5 new videos that I've already filmed, but I just need to find time to edit them. And one of them you guys are going to be so pumped about. I have a new keto bread recipe. It's actually a keto yeast bread, and it is ridiculously good. I've been eating it this whole week, and today I actually had a sandwich. I had a keto sandwich with this bread. 2 big pieces like this, not the relatively small pieces on the normal keto bread. 2 of them on a sandwich. So good. I cannot wait to get that video edited and released to you. Unfortunately, just got to get to it. So keep tuned to the channel to look out for that one. I think this is going to be the best one on my channel yet. Ah, Ben Jojo, you are a law clerk. Oh, awesome. So you work in a law firm? What area of law do you work in? All right, let's see. How much have you lost on keto? Kathleen, I have lost nothing. Because I started keto, not because I wanted to lose weight. I'm a fairly lean guy as it is. I've always been very diligent with my diet. You ask any of my friends, I'm not one of those guys when cake comes around, I'd say no, even when I wasn't on keto. That's just because I knew that wasn't good for one's waistline, wasn't good for one's general health, right? But I started keto because I was tired of being tired, and I just hated constantly having those, those energy dips after eating your food, especially after your midday meal or your mid-afternoon slump. You eat your food around lunchtime and you just feel horrid afterwards. You can hardly keep your eyes open. You just feel terrible, like you could fall asleep in an instant. And I just thought, this is nonsense. This is no way to live. And then I'd read up about keto. So I thought, hey, I'm going to give it a go. I'm also just really fascinated and passionate about the way food can affect one's own body. So I wanted to give it a go, and I didn't feel like I had anything to lose with it, so I tried it and was just absolutely blown away by the energy levels on keto. That's something that a lot of people don't even think about when deciding to go keto. Most people's priority is losing weight. That is a great benefit and effect of it, but the sustained energy is honestly one of the best benefits of a keto lifestyle. Okay, let's see. Personal injury. Nice. All right. Yeah, I don't do personal injury. I'm more a solicitor. Okay, let's see what else here. We've got some questions. Okay. I healed and reversed my diabetes on a ketogenic diet with intermittent fasting. 4 years on keto now. Feels amazing. That's from Thomas Keats. Awesome, man. That is so good to hear. And that's obviously one of the most amazing benefits of the keto diet, getting rid of diabetes, and you just hear stories exactly like that the keto diet does that for you. 4 years on keto, that's great. So that's a sustainable diet, right? You don't have any of these other fad diets that people go on and stay on it for 4 years or longer, right? You don't hear about that, but keto, you do hear about it. I'm not saying it's not difficult and it's not challenging. You certainly have to work at it and make sure everything you eat that goes into your mouth, you monitor. But you know what? It is sustainable and the benefits are amazing. Wow, Angela, so you said your hubby and I decided to do keto because he had a heart attack in 2016. His cholesterol went down 100 points after 1 month. Is that after 1 month of being on keto? That's crazy. All right, let's see. Yes, used to be stage 3 type 2 diabetes. Now I don't even register. Wow, that's incredible. Those are the stories that I like to hear, and that's again partly why I started the channel, because as I said, it is difficult doing keto, and I definitely don't shy away from that. It's a difficult thing to do. It's hard, but I always say also, when you're eating, you need to restrict something, right? There's no ways you can go in life eating food and not restricting anything. So even if you didn't have keto, you can't just eat everything that looks good to you, right? You can't eat all the chocolates that you see. You can't eat all the sweet stuff. You have to restrict something. I view keto as you just choosing what you're restricting, and obviously the benefits for that restriction is quite remarkable, and you guys are testifying to that as well. 2 years keto ban, Jojo. That's awesome. Mustn't overdo protein or fat. Yeah, that's right. I've got another video that I've already filmed about the top 5 reasons why you're probably not losing weight on keto. So yeah, that's right. You mustn't overdo. It's especially the protein. You've got gluconeogenesis, which can occur, which is your body turning the protein into glucose. That's not something I'm overly concerned about, but again, if you're having problems and you're not losing weight, that's something you should probably look into and start monitoring for sure. Absolutely. So I know a few of you said where you guys are from. Let me know in the comment section, where are you guys from? I am in Vancouver, Canada, if you guys didn't know. As you may have noticed from my accent, I am not originally from here. I'm originally from South Africa. And that's where I was born and raised. I've been living here in Vancouver for the last 8 years now. Oh, Dennis Tubex, sugar-free barbecue chicken. Is that the recipe on my channel that you had for dinner tonight? That's awesome. How did you enjoy it? I think that sugar-free barbecue chicken has got such a outrageously complex and dense flavor, right? I was quite amazed at how that one came out and that flavor that came out. Sure. Okay, Isaiah Tedros says, if I'm not losing weight after about a month, I take a carb day to kickstart ketosis. And how do you find that works? That's interesting. So you take a carb day, what we would say a refeed day, so to speak, and then that kickstarts ketosis. Then you find you start losing weight again after doing that. So let me know about that one. I just want to try something with this camera if you give me a second here, guys. I think this will work. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Then I've changed the orientation because now I'm reading the comments on the left and that's closer to where the camera is, so I won't be looking away from the camera when I'm reading your comments. All right, this is great. Let's see here. All right. Hello from San Diego, California, Robin Abadi. Hey, that's awesome. Thanks for joining. It's another West Coaster there. It's great to join. As I say, I would have liked to have done this earlier, but unfortunately I have to put my son down to bed and he only gets down around 7:30. It was actually a bit later this evening. It was about closer to 8, so could only do it at 8. I know that's limiting for people on the east coast of North America, but you know, obviously we can't, obviously we can't accommodate absolutely everyone here. Now look at my messy desk now because the camera's being flipped around. And there we go. Okay, we're back. Sorry guys about that. I just tapped the button to bring down the comments and it popped my phone right over onto the ground. Yeah, so Isaiah says in response, yes, I've been doing that for about a year when I realized I wasn't losing weight. This is my 3rd year on keto. That's awesome. And then Angela says that carb day thing never worked for me. I'm too sensitive, insulin resistance. Now that's a great point there, is that, you know what, one person says it works for him. That's great. And you know what, give it a go. If you read something that someone says, oh yes, I did this and this worked, absolutely give that a go, give it a try. Hey, and it might work. And if it doesn't, you know what, everyone's body reacts differently to certain stimuli, to certain different means of eating. So you know what, you just got to try things, and if it works for you, then stick with it. So you just got to see what is working for your body. Ban Jojo says, what is refeed? So as Isaiah was saying, a refeed is essentially, I guess it would essentially be a cheat day where you would eat a higher level of carbohydrates. Now, you know, I don't hear that a ton with keto. People saying they have a refeed day because you don't necessarily want to eat too many carbohydrates in one day, because that may kick you out of ketosis, because you don't want your body seeing or reacting to all of those carbohydrates and changing over to trying to burn the carbohydrates instead of using the fat for the fuel. That may be more of a problem with short-term ketoists, so someone who's been on a keto diet for a short term. Like Isaiah said, I think he said he has been on for 3 years. So his body is nicely adapted to keto. So if he gives himself a bit of a refeed or eats a bit of a higher carbohydrate day, that's not necessarily going to automatically shoot his body back into carbohydrate burning mode, because he's been doing that for so many years. His body has become fully adapted to using fat as a fuel source. So one day of eating carbohydrates isn't going to kick him out of ketosis and isn't going to change his body from a fat burning machine to a carbohydrate or glucose burning machine. So that's what a refeed would be in the context of keto. Now, that's not something I'm advocating, just as I was saying, it worked for him, which is definitely something that you could maybe try. Not something I would advocate or recommend, that's for sure. But hey, if it works for someone, then you can't discount that, right? Okay, Robin says, I love keto. I've lost 50 pounds in 5 months. It works for me. I do OMAD now. I feel so good. No more high blood pressure. What is OMAD? Robin Abadi or Abadi? you probably butchered that pronunciation. Thomas Keats said, more and more are bashing keto because it becomes so popular. Yeah, did you guys see that my video with that response to Jillian Michaels and her bashing of keto? Yeah, it's, you know what, there's going to be lots of people who are in favor of things and lots of people who aren't. You know, you need to do your own research and come up with your own conclusions. I think at the end of the day, if it's working for you and you're feeling good and you're seeing good results from it, you know what, you need to continue with that. I do think you need to also be checking your medical things from a medical point of view. So if you know, the keto diet is putting you in jeopardy from a medical standpoint, then you need to be cautious about that. Oh, 1 meal a day. OMAD is 1 meal a day. Thank you, thank you. I apologize. Yeah, 1 meal a day. I haven't ever got to the 1 meal a day stage, and a lot of people say the longer you stay on keto, the more you actually get to that stage where you only want to eat 1 meal a day, and that's it. Yeah, I can definitely do 2 meals a day, and that's generally what I do for the most of the time. But again, it just varies. Some days I'll actually eat something for breakfast, but other days, or most days, I'll just go until 12 o'clock, have a lunch, and then have a dinner, and that's it. What do you think about fasting in the morning with keto? I have tried it and don't really see a noticeable difference. Well, as I said, I do the fasting in the morning partly because just I'm not that hungry in the morning, and secondly because I do like the idea of fasting. There's a lot of benefits from fasting. I think the fasting can be good for a number of reasons. I think it's nice to get away from the constantly having to have your food morning, lunch, and dinner. I think it's good to get away from that cycle. You need to be eating once you're hungry. Don't eat just because it's morning and you wake up and you think, oh, it's breakfast time. Breakfast time means food. I do think the fasting can also be good for a caloric restriction purpose. So if you're only eating 2 meals a day, even if you're eating more in those meals, it's not likely you're going to be eating as much in those 2 meals to make up for the 1 meal that you missed in the day, right? So that can be helpful in terms of caloric reduction and obviously consequent weight loss. So I think fasting has a lot of great benefits. If you don't manage to do it, I don't think it's a train wreck. I don't think if you're not fasting, it means you're not doing keto. You absolutely can do keto without doing any type of fasting, that's for sure. Okay, Thomas Keats says he's just had blood work, looks fantastic, all normal blood values. Yeah, that's awesome, and that's what you need to do. You need to take responsibility for your health, and you can't do things without getting checks like blood work. Now, the general theory on you know, cholesterol is one of the concerns when you're on a keto diet, is that it may initially increase when you start on keto, but the longer you keep on it, your cholesterol will eventually normalize. Your overall cholesterol may raise a little bit, but even if it raised to above what the doctors say is not a normal level, it tends to settle itself back down and get back into normal ranges after a period of time. But you do need to take that responsibility and make sure that you guys are getting those checks like Thomas is doing. That's absolutely the way to do it. You can't just run wild in the wild west without getting all those tests, guys. Your health is your #1 thing. Even if you are losing weight, if you're jeopardizing your health and the longevity of your life, that is something you need to take seriously and obviously put priority on. All right, what else, guys? So as I said, I've got 5 videos I need to edit. I'll hopefully get one edited this weekend. I can upload it then next week, probably next week Friday, which is when I normally upload my videos. Angie Life says, I'm rarely hungry till 2 p.m. but can't fast or do 1 meal a day. Yeah, well, there we go. Well, if you're not eating until 2 p.m., you are technically fasting. It's intermittent fasting. I mean, if you're eating your dinner, say at 6 o'clock the night before, then you're going until 6, that's 12 hours, and it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So that's 12 plus 8. So you're doing, sure, maybe my math's wrong here. 20 hours? No, that's wrong. Anyway, you are fasting for a certain number of hours. So that is considered intermittent fasting. So, but I know the longer fast, I've done a fast for a 24-hour fast, and I must say that was definitely hard. It was certainly challenging, but I did that from a Christian point of view. I am a Christian, and we do fast. It's not required, but fasting is a good way to take your mind off other things, not be focusing on food. And the times whenever you feel hungry, it reminds you to connect to God and to pray and to be thankful for Him. So I did a fast, 24-hour fast like that, and I liked it. It was challenging, so it's not something you can do just pretty easily. Although I hear a lot of people can do it, like even up to 3-day fast, which would be absolutely madness. I don't know if I could quite do a 3-day fast, that's for sure. Okay, Isaiah, what is your opinion on the Quest Keto Pizza? I saw it in the store, didn't know if it was worth trying. Hey, I haven't actually seen that, man. That'll be interesting. I haven't tried it, haven't seen it. Yeah, I generally make most of my stuff at home anyway. I did see another pizza recipe online just today, I think it was, or yesterday. I'm thinking about giving it a go and seeing if it's worthwhile to put on my channel. So we'll keep you updated with that. I've already got one really awesome pizza recipe on my channel. So check that out. Just go search on my channel if you want to find that. If you haven't seen it already, I do think it's a really good one. But I would like to add another pizza recipe. Okay, Robin says, I get check on Monday. I care about my health. I'm a young grandmother. I want to be here for my grandchildren. I just came off a 21-day concentration water fast with my church. Nice. Okay, 21-day water fast. That means, what does that mean? How does that entail? No water for 21 days? That sounds pretty intense. I love my water. I don't know how much I could fast on the water, but again, if you're doing it for a good reason, good cause, then yeah, I'm sure God will give you the strength to push through with that one. And how did it go? Did you enjoy it? Did you feel like you connected with God? Did you feel like it was worthwhile? 21 days, that's really long. Robin, did you lose weight on that fast? I don't know. I didn't actually weigh myself. I should have. I really should have weighed before and after. But my weight stays so steady. I hardly ever weigh myself, to be honest. So no, I didn't weigh. I don't know if I lost weight. But I bet you would. I mean, look, it's certainly caloric restriction, that's for sure. Oh, 21-day water fast is that you only had water for 21 days. For 21 days, so you didn't eat at all for 21 days? No food for 21 days, is that correct? Let me know if that is correct, because that would be crazy. I mean, not crazy, but that would be very difficult. Okay, we're getting up to the 30-minute mark here, guys. I'm really enjoying this, but I also don't want this to be a 45-minute video. Okay, did you check with the keto flour available in market? Generally with keto flours, I usually just buy actual whole whatever flour I'm making. I usually buy like whole almonds, or I do buy coconut flour, actual coconut flour, but almonds I just put in the blender and make basically an almond meal from it. That works fine for any recipe that asks for almond flour. It works fine, not perfect, but it works. That's what I do rather than buying the flour. I found the flours of anything goes a little rancid, goes off a bit quicker than if you just keep them whole and then grind them up when you need them. Robin says, yes, I love that water fast. I got very close to God. No food, yes. Wow, my hat's off to you, Robin. That's amazing. That's quite spectacular. All right, shoot for some more questions, guys. I'm just going to do a few more and then we're going to sign off here. I'd love to do this a bit longer. I really would. But again, don't want this to be an overly long video. Maya says, Maya Marshmallow, I fasted for 5 days. I ended in hospital, not dehydrated. Sugar went super low and iron. Oh no, were you on keto when you were doing this 5-day fast, or were you non-keto and you did this 5-day fast? That's no good. Yeah, the extended fast can, I guess, get you into some trouble. Yeah, there's certain nutrients your body does need. Anyway, a couple things I normally forget to say in my videos, and I'll just pop it in here. In the description box of all of my videos, I put in the ingredients list and the macros for those recipes that I put on my channel. I get a lot of questions saying, what are the macros? What are the carbs for this product? Look in the description box below. It's just that little arrow you click on the bottom right. It looks like a little V and it drops down the description box, and it's got a bunch of description about what the video is actually about. And then it has the ingredients and the macros for it. So always check in the description box. Also in the description box is links to some other links that I put in there. There's some links to most of the products that are referred to on Amazon. So if you use Amazon to shop, there's links there to find any of the products. If there's like special ingredients or in the recipe, I put links to that. If I use any products, I put that down there as well. Obviously, there's a couple of things I have is for myself as well. I've got my Redbubble clothing store. So I've got some general clothing, couple merchandise there. I've got this one on here. Let's see if you can see this. I've got this one here. Got ketones shirt and a bunch of other ones there. So you can check out the Redbubble store. I'll put the link down in this video as well. It won't be there right now, but I'll put that in. And then, of course, I have my Patreon page. Only have 2 patrons at the moment, but that's just a place that, like, if we're chatting like this here, I can't do this all the time. If you really want to get into some more in-depth conversations there, you can become a patron. That's where you support me financially, as low as $1 a video, and then we can discuss those videos as they come up, and you get guaranteed answers from me. It can get into some more detailed conversations, somewhat like we are doing here. But obviously, this isn't done all the time. So if you guys want to check that out, you can do that for sure. And as I've said in that video, I can't reply to every single person's comments. I've been doing a good job of getting around to them lately, but you know, things get busy and I don't always have time to get to all of those comments. So that's a place where you can get your comments. Angie Life, love my Keto King shirt. It's so soft and comfy. They are great. They're really nice and comfy. That's what I do like about them. And thanks so much for supporting, Angie. Angel Life. What was it? Angel Life? But thanks very much for supporting. I really do appreciate it. Seriously, it means a lot to me. Let's see what else these comments say here. To just be ready, one on keto, lose fat fast compared to other diet. Is it complete fat loss? Yes, it's complete fat loss. At least in the beginning with keto, when you first start out, you do lose a lot of water weight because you cut down the carbohydrates, so your body holds a lot less water. So you do see a lot of weight loss initially, but that's water weight. That's not actual body fat loss. But then after a few more weeks, any loss thereafter should be body fat loss that you're losing because your body's changing into burning carbohydrates or glucose for fuel, and it's changing to burning fats for fuel. So then it uses your stored fats for fuel if you're eating less calories than you burning throughout the day. Calories still count on keto, unlike what Jillian Michaels says. She says, no, we don't count count calories. You know, we eat whatever we want. Don't worry about calories. Of course. All right, guys, let's call it. We're on 33 minutes. We're going to call this one. Yes, thank you, Angie Life or Angel Life. Either one. Let me know which one it is. Yeah, it has been fun. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Really appreciate it. Obviously, these videos are available to watch later, so you can re-watch them, or people who weren't able to get in touch with me here at this time. You guys can watch it. Still, let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions. I'll try and get around to them. Keto for Life, Thomas. That's right. And yeah, so let me know in the comment section. Guys, stay subscribed to the channel. Stay in touch. Stay in communication, because I've got these 5 videos that are coming up. And man, they are so good. And that keto yeast bread, you guys are going to go wild for. I promise you, you're going to go wild for it. You won't believe how good a low-carb bread can get. Okay, so thank you again for joining in. I really appreciate your support. It means so much to me. Really does. And of course, guys, keep it keto.